Yes, yes, yes. The music of Pat Metheny. Come on now. We make it look easy, don't we? Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Please welcome our singers as they come forward to join us. Rachel, Annie. Yes, yes, yes. And we invite you to join with us as we sing our opening song.
I am grateful,
yes,
grateful for this day, for the love we share, the life we make.
Put your hands
I give
together.
Thanks for all the many ways that the love of God appears. I am grateful, grateful for this day, for the love we share, the life we make, and I give thanks for all the many ways that the love of God appears. I am grateful, so grateful, grateful for this day, for the love we share, the life we make, and I give thanks for all the many ways that the love of God appears. I am grateful, grateful for this day, for the love we share, the life we make, and I give thanks for all the many ways that the love of God appears. Yes, the love of God is here.
yes, yes, yes. Excellent. We want you to keep singing along with us because it feels so good. Amen?
We have come here to love one another. We have come here to let our love grow. We are family. We're here all together, and we carry this love everywhere that we go.
Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, come on now.
We have come here to love one another. We have come here to let our love grow. We are family. We're here all
Amen.
together, and we carry this love everywhere that we go.
Oh, 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 oh,
Oh, oh, oh, oh, oh.
oh, oh, oh,
Oh, oh, oh, oh, oh, oh. We have come here to love one another. We have come here to let our love grow. We are family. We're here all together, and we carry this love everywhere that we go.
oh, 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 oh.
Oh, 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 oh.
I can't do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do.
I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good
Put your hands
that
together.
I can do.
Come on now.
Come on.
Help me out
I
here.
cannot do all the things
All the good
that the world needs,
but the world needs all the
but the
good
world needs all the good
I can do.
that I can do. I cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that I can do. I cannot do all the good all the good that the world needs.
What the world needs.
The world needs all the good that I can do.
Put your hands together, yeah. Yes.
Listen as your day unfolds. Challenge what the future holds. Try to keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. Stand up and be counted. Don't be ashamed to try. You gotta be bad. You gotta be bold. You gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard. You gotta be tough. You gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool. You gotta be calm. You gotta stay together. All I know is love will save the day. Herald what your mother said. Read the books your father read. Try to solve the puzzles in your own sweet time. Some may have more cash than you. Others take a different view. My, oh my, yeah. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know is love will save the day. Time asks no questions, it goes on without you, leaving you behind if you can't stand the pace. The world keeps on spinning, couldn't stop it if you try to. The best part is danger staring in your face. Yeah. Remember, listen as your day unfolds. Challenge what the future holds. Try to keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. My, oh my, yeah. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know is love will save the day. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know is love will save the day. Got to be bad, got to be bold, got to be wise. Don't ever say, got to be hard, not too hard. All I know is love will save the day. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know is love will save the day. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know is love will save the day. All I know is love will save the day. All I know is that love will save the day. keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know. Ooh, oh, you say I'm loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I'm held when I am falling short, and when I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours, and I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe the only thing that matters now is everything you think of me. You'll have every failure, God. You'll have every victory. Ooh, oh, you say I'm loved when I can't feel a thing, and you say I'm held when I think I am weak, and you say I'm held when I am falling short, and when I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours, and I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe, taking all I have and now I'm laying it at your feet. You'll have every failure, God. You'll have every victory. Ooh, oh, you say I'm loved when I can't feel a thing, and you say I'm strong when I think I am weak, and you say I'm held when I am falling short, and when I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours, and I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe, yes, I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe.
Thank you so much, Annie. Extraordinary. Extraordinary. Thank you so much. Open your mind. Unfold your heart. Relax your senses. Looks like love is growing here. Take your guard and let it down. Go deeper still until you come unwound. Unbound. Breathe every breath. Release your cringe. Love without waiting, slowly unhinge. You ain't got a thing to fear. Looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down. Go deeper still until you come unwound. Unbound.
May we remain in this relaxed state of stillness and right knowing as I offer our prayer for this service. I invite you to close out the outer realm, and if closing your eyes assist you in doing that, then please feel free to pull the shades and be in a peaceful state of mind, because this is what I know. I know that there is a boundless realm of good that indwells our entire multiverse. I call this realm of good God. I know it as the one power of all that is. I know it as the first cause. I know it as the absolute reality. I know it as infinite intelligence. And these are words, these are concepts. I know it as that which fills my heart. I know it as that which wakes me up in the morning, and when I look out and see the trees and hear the birds and recognize that we are in the season of blossoming, I know that it is God that has put this before me, and I am one with it. From this oneness, we come together every week. The Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta gives us this beautiful service, our time to renew, our time to remember, and our time to go deeper into the oneness of what is the truth of our nature. And so I affirm that this day is perfect, that this message that is presented is perfect. And wherever we are, whether in this room or in our homes, whether present in this hour or some point later, that we hear that indwelling voice of the Almighty, and we allow it to give us the inspiration and the renewal that we need to go forth one more day and represent that which created us. This is a good day, and for this I am so grateful. I release my word into this thing that we know as the law, the immutable law that receives the direct impress of my mind and acts upon it. And I know that my word has power, and it cannot return unto me void. This is just the truth. I let it be, and together we affirm, and so it is.
stop waiting for love to find you. Look inside your heart. Love's already who you are. So lift up your voice. Let it be heard. Tell me your story. Tell it to me. Don't leave out a word. 'Cause I think I have been there too. I'm a seeker just like you. You ain't got a thing to fear. Looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down. Go deeper still until you come unwound. Unbound. Thank you, Baji.
Good morning, Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta. It is my turn, isn't it? All right.
You're absolutely
Oh,
right.
you look beautiful. You look beautiful. Welcome, and welcome to all of you viewing on Facebook and YouTube Live. I want you to like and share this broadcast today so that we can continue to spread the good news of Science of Mind. Yes? All right, all of y'all should be doing that right now, okay? Start liking and sharing. Anyway, look, I have an affirmation for you. I want you to hear this affirmation. I want you to take it in. I'm going to read it all the way through. And then we're going to say it together in one voice. And I'm going to ask you to stand up when we get to that part, okay? You ready? All right. Universal law always responds to my thoughts and feelings and brings about a greater expression of that which I have declared to be true for and about myself. Simply, what I add to I am with feeling, I become. All right, let's stand and do this together. All right, all of you in Facebook and YouTube land, I want you to say it together with us as well. Are you ready? Universal law always responds to my thoughts and feelings and brings about a greater expression of that which I have declared to be true for and about myself. Simply, what I add to I am, I become. And so it is. All right.
Good afternoon, SLCA. I am in the right place at the right time now. Clap along, snap along, sing along. We've seen it all, the tears have fallen, and every step is on the edge, and we're so confused we don't understand. Feels like this night won't end, but there's gonna be brighter days, brighter days. I'll keep you lifted when you're losing faith. It's gonna be brighter days, brighter days. Though it seems distant, no, the world will change. The brighter days, brighter days, brighter days. The world will change. So don't you worry, there's still hope left. If the pain gets heavy, if you need a friend, I'll be holding you steady, my love won't end. And I'll be counting the seconds till we meet again. Yeah, there's gonna be brighter days, brighter days. I'll keep you lifted when you're losing faith. There's gonna be brighter days, brighter days. Though it seems distant now, the world will change. So brighter days, brighter days, brighter days. The world will change. So brighter days, brighter days, brighter days. The world will change. All of a sudden the sun will start to shine on you. Know you've been running, but now it's time for your breakthrough. I'll tell you something, it's not all for nothing. It's true, and you'll see it soon. There's gonna be brighter days, brighter days. I'll keep you lifted when you're losing faith. It's gonna be brighter days, brighter days. Though it seems distant, no, the world will change. So brighter days, brighter days, brighter days. The world will change. So brighter days, brighter days, brighter days. The world will change to brighter days.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Rachel, Yolanda, Annie. Beautiful.
Thank you. Let's give another hand to the musicians. Yes. Brighter days. I love that song so much. It's inspiring. I remember it came out during the pandemic. I was like, what's she on? Brighter days? Girl, does she not know? All right, so let's get ready to do our service activating affirmation. Are you ready? All right. You know, I like to look and make sure you're ready. All right, I'm going to say it, and I'm going to ask you to say it after me. I am awake. I am awake to the goodness that Spirit has provided for me this day. I am available. I'm available to all of its divine attributes, all of its love, all of its joy, its peace and power. I am enough. I am enough because I am indeed a unique, individualized incarnation of the one Spirit. Oh, I am ready. Are you ready? Oh, come on. Are you ready? All right. We are ready. Yes. Yes. Let's be ready this day. So, you know, I was thinking, I've been a practitioner and a minister for quite a few years, and a lot of my clients, I notice a pattern. And the pattern, none of you here, if you happen to be my clients, you don't have to sweat or worry about that. But my clients would tell me that they feel a dissatisfaction. Now, this dissatisfaction did not matter if they were successful or not. It was an underlying current that was going on. And so my analysis, when I started to really look into that, I noticed is that they had a limited point of view of themselves. They didn't really know who they were spiritually. And this feeling was coupled with a sense of separateness, something like they were feeling like they were cut off. And not all of them, but for some, they were trying to fulfill themselves or fill themselves up with the objectified experiences of the world. Anybody can attest to that? I know I've done it. So today, I want to talk to you about some spiritual truths. Actually, some spiritual concepts that can help us expand our understanding of our divine self. And we have so many great opportunities to move into a greater expression, a greater realization of who we truly are. You know, a greater realization of who we truly are is incomplete if we don't know who we are in God and who God is in us. So first, we have to understand a few basic metaphysical concepts. And the first one being is that consciousness is everything. Now, I know you've heard Reverend David say that on many occasions. Consciousness is all that there is. And scientists have finally caught up with what metaphysicians have known for thousands of years. They have finally caught up, and now they're in the process of trying to reconcile Newtonian physics with quantum physics and all the other new physics that they're coming up with. And we all know, and if you don't, Newtonian physics is based on the premise that the physical universe is the only reality. And they had the audacity to say that consciousness arose up out of the physical universe. We know that that's not true. And so, with the advent of quantum physics, now science must reckon, and they got to reconcile, and they got to grapple with not just the observer effect, but the fact and the premise that consciousness is first cause to all things. And again, we know that the ancient mystics, the ones in Delphi in ancient Greece, in the temples of Egypt, in the halls of Timbuktu, they all knew this. They all knew that consciousness was the beginning of everything. Ernest Holmes said, consciousness and God are identical. Consciousness means awareness, and God is infinite awareness, everywhere present in its entirety. Consciousness is the realization of the fact that we are. Isn't that beautiful? I just love that man. He's a poet. Next, we have to understand, and how can I say this? Because some people don't believe me. We have to understand that what's true of the nature of God is also true of us. That we reenact that divine nature. God is the macrocosm in and through all things, and we are a part of the all and enact the nature of God in microcosm. Now, macrocosm is defined as the whole of a complex structure, especially the world or the universe, or as Baji said, the multiverse. You been watching Marvel? And that's contrasted with a small or a representative part of it. And we are centers of God consciousness in the great whole, macrocosm, microcosm. You know, and unlike animals that are instinctively guided, for example, migrating birds that migrate from the north to the south, they're not going to pop up one day and say, you know, Florida is way too hot this time of year, so I'm going to stay here in Maine. They're not going to say that. Their instinctive divine nature is for them to do that every season. They have no inductive reasoning whatsoever. Now, however, we, on the other hand, have been given self-choice and free will. And free will in what we shall do and be and to have in our lives. Now, Ernest Holmes tells us the greatest discovery humankind made was that they could think. This was the day when they said, I am. Since consciousness is the real cause of form, and since form is merely a reflection of consciousness, it follows that wherever consciousness is changed, form automatically must change to comply with the new image of thought. I can't seem to get you in the classrooms, so I'm going to bring the classrooms to you. This is Science of Mind 101. All right, so with this being the case, then it is wise that we come into a greater understanding of who we are and how we enact spirits, nature, and the microcosm. You see, when we change our beliefs about ourselves, then we can change the idea of who we are. We can change that idea from being unworthy to worthy, from being sickly to healthy, from being poor to abundant, from being a victim to victorious. Who here wants to be victorious? Yes, let's be victorious. But that change, however, it must first occur in our consciousness. So I found a metaphysical interpretation of a Bible story. Oh, yes, I did. And I'm going to share it with you, and it's got a lot of esoteric meanings, so bear with me. It's got good stuff. It's got inner meanings that can help us glimpse how we can move into a greater expression of ourselves. You want to hear it? Yes. Okay. So this story is found in Genesis chapter 25, and it's about two brothers, Esau and Jacob, a father, Isaac, who happens to be blind, and that's important to remember, and Rebekah, the mother. So many theologians have said Jacob played a low-down, dirty trick on his brother Esau. However, we all know that when you look deeper, it's metaphysical and esoteric. And from this standpoint, every character is you, is me, is universal spirit, it's law. And we're going to dig deeper into it. Let me give you a little background. Now, they were twins, and Esau was born first, and then Jacob came out. Now, Esau, being the firstborn, was entitled not only to the birthright, but he was entitled to the father's blessing. And a blessing from the father for the tribes of Israel was an honor. And not getting the blessing was tantamount to a curse. So that's how important a blessing was. And usually this blessing is bestowed on the eldest son near or around the father's death time, on his deathbed. And so now the eldest son would become the patriarch of the family. Now, I'm going to tell you, Esau was indifferent to his birthright from the very beginning. Not his blessing, but his birthright. And this guy, he was a hunter. And he came in from the countryside, from hunting, all sweaty and hungry. He was famished. And he said to his brother, who was cooking a delicious stew, he was like, "Oh, give me some of your stew." And Jacob said, "Give me your birthright." And he was like, "My birthright? Oh, man, give me some stew." He's like, "Give me your birthright. I'll give you all the stew you want." And no, with some grumbling and some dissatisfaction, he said, "All right, take it. Just feed me." How many of us have been indifferent to our birthright, to our divine birthright? And you're like, okay, what you talking about? What is this birthright? Not realizing who God is in us. This divine source, you don't have to call it God. This divine power, this divine energy, this first cause to all things is our birthright. The fact that we enact the creative process is our divine birthright. And Ernest Holmes reinforces this, where he quotes the master teacher in the Science of Mind text by saying, "Ye are gods with a small g, children of the Most High." But do we really believe that to be true? Do we carry our lives believing that our divine birthright is spiritual? That we're a part of this divine consciousness? All right, back to the story. Now, Isaac, the father, like I said, was blind. And Isaac represents the universal law that receives the direct impress of our thoughts and feelings and acts upon it. In the Declaration of Principles, Ernest Holmes says the universal spirit, which is God, operates through a universal mind, which is the law of God, and that we are surrounded by this creative mind that receives the direct impress of our thoughts and feelings and acts upon them. The universal law doesn't care who you are. If you impress upon it with feeling, the law will give you that which you desire. It will bring forth your impression into expression. Everybody say that. It will bring forth your impression into expression. Now, Ernest Holmes also said in the Science of Mind text, our prayers should be filled with feeling. Because feeling and emotion are creative. Did you catch that? That feeling and emotion are creative. Our mental acceptances should be filled with conviction, with warmth, color, and imagination. The creative power, universal law, responds to feeling more quickly. Do you hear that? It responds more quickly to any other mental attitude. Therefore, we should try to feel the reality, realization, reality, that middle part of the spiritual mind treatment, recognition, unification, the realization part. We should try to feel the reality of what we're doing when we give a treatment. And as this reality is felt, we become more and more convinced that Spirit responds to us. Now, I love this story. And it goes, even though they were twins, Esau was hairy, and Jacob, on the other hand, was smooth-skinned. And Isaac could tell them apart by feeling their skin. Rebecca, she represents our individual intuition that is within us all. Our intuition knows how to clothe us in the right feeling so we can get the blessing we desire from universal law, and in this story, the blind father. Now, Rebecca favored Jacob over Esau. Esau represents the current conditions of things, whether that be conditions in your life or your own condition as a person. It represents the current conditions of things, and Jacob represents a new condition or a greater idea of yourself. And so she told Jacob, I got your brother's clothes. I want you to put them on. And I want you to go to your father and get the blessing. Now, Jacob was hesitant. And for a moment, he doubted that he was going to be able to pull this off. He was like, girl, mom. Esau is hairy, and he's like out in the field all day, so, he kind of smells. He's a hunter. My skin is smooth, and I don't hunt. So Rebekah reassured him, and she said that she would take the blame away from him. And then she told him, I've got sheepskins, and I'm going to put them on the back of your neck, and I'm going to put them on your arms, and I'm going to make you feel like Esau. And this eased Jacob to the point where he actually believed that he was indeed entitled to the one to get the blessing. Oh, so Rebekah put these clothes on Jacob and the sheepskin, and he said, when your father feels him, he's going to feel right. He's going to feel like the one entitled to the father's blessing. And she even prepared sweet meats and spirits that Isaac loved to eat so she could further impress upon Isaac, who represents universal law. And she gave all this to Jacob. You see, you must make yourself feel right to universal law. And when you impress upon it, the law will know whether you feel that you believe that you are entitled to blessing. See, that's the point. Are you believing that you are entitled to whatever it is that you go to the universal law and ask for? When you go to the practitioner, do you really believe that your prayer, that your request will be answered? It all falls back down to belief. And I'm going to be redundant about that. I'm going to be redundant and continuously say words so that it filters through. So now Esau is all dressed up, and he went to the father looking and smelling and feeling like Esau. And Isaac asked him a question that is setting him up to declare who he believes he is. He says, are you my very son Esau? But this is Jacob. And Jacob answered, I am. The esoteric meaning of this is not a lie, but it's to teach us that we must impress upon the universal law with feeling and know that you are whoever you say you are. The question, are you my very son Esau? This question is asking, are you the one entitled to the blessing that you desire? Universal spirit source, operating through a universal mind, is always asking all of us, are you the one entitled to the good that you desire? Are you the one that's entitled to health? Are you entitled to the abundance that you seek? Are you entitled to this blessing, SLCA? All right. Regardless of the facts, just like Jacob, you have to make yourself feel right to the source, to the creative power, like the one who's entitled. Now, when when Jacob said, I am, the father said, come close, my son, that I may feel you. Uh-oh. But Jacob and his intuition, his mother, made himself feel like the one who's entitled to the blessing. Universal law did not see that it was Jacob. Blind. The Father feels, our subconscious mind feels what we're impressing upon it. And whatever we impress upon it comes into manifestation. And the Father hears, the universal law hears what you're saying. I am. Whatever you put after the words, I am, you, and you become. That's right. Remember always that you are telling your subconscious mind who you think you are. How many of you have heard of Neville Goddard? He was a great metaphysician of the 20th century, and he said, as you wear a feeling, it becomes your nature. Only as one is willing to give up your personal limitations and identity, in this case Esau, can you become that which you desire to be, to do, and to have. Jacob. The Father also said, come close now and kiss me, my son. And the esoteric meaning of this is that we should come to the law in love and in sincerity. Don't treat the universal law like a willing servant. Now, we've all heard that the law is a willing servant, but I say no. Treat it like the beloved. Fall in love with the divine indwelling presence, the eternal I am that is within you. Fall in love because love makes the law perfect. Love is the perfection of the law. Now, the secret of calling the invisible into visible states of reality is so beautifully told in this story by Isaac, blessing his second son by belief, based solely on belief and feeling that Jacob was the one entitled to the blessing. This is a psychological drama that takes place in the consciousness of us all. Conscious mind is awareness. Subconscious mind has so much power and will give that which you impress upon it. And so I want you to understand that it is our birthright, that we have been given dominion over our own thoughts and feelings to bring forth what we desire to be, to do, to have. You're not robots, though. So the subconscious mind is not going to say, oh, that's not a good request, girl. You really don't want that today. No, I'm not fulfilling that. I feel the feeling, I do. The feeling is strong, it's really good, but no, it's blind to that. It is definitely blind to that. So as we move into a deeper understanding of who we are, it comes down to who you really believe yourself to be. Remember that our founder said, and when our prayers are filled with feeling, then we will truly know the meaning when Jesus said, what things soever you desire, when you pray, believe that you receive them, and you shall have them. Sounds so simple, doesn't it? Now, last week, Reverend David laid out so beautifully how we can make a world that works for everyone. And he's going to continue next month in that series, A World That Works for Everyone, Put to Action. And so what I'm saying with all this here, giving you a story about your own subconscious mind, is that you have got to make yourself feel right with the Spirit, because the world needs us. It needs our hands. It needs our feet. It needs our voice. We are needed in the world. This philosophy is needed in the world because it can change hearts and minds. Has it not changed your heart and mind? I know it's changed my entire life. So I feel that this imperative that we dig deeper, that we get grounded in this philosophy. It should be our constant endeavor to embody these principles. And we should never lose sight of our amazing vision. A world that works for everyone. And we can't do that work if we're not grounded in this truth of who we really are, which is sons and daughters and children of the Most High, of divine consciousness, all entitled to Spirit's blessings. No, we can try moving forward not anchored in these divine verities, but just like the seeds that fell on shallow soil, and when they turned into plants, the wind and the rain came and swept them away. Why? Because they weren't deeply rooted. They weren't deeply rooted. So let's get rooted. Let's get grounded. Oh, because your light is what's needed. We have to do our inner work because the world is calling us forth. We got to know who we are in God and what God is in us. And that is how we make a world that works for all. Thank you. Amen. And so it is. I want to thank all of you for your tithes, for your contributions. Because you and what you do for the center makes this ministry alive, that it continues to go forth in the world. So I'm so very humbly grateful to you. So I want you to take your tithes. I want you to take your pledge card. If you don't have one, just put your hand over your heart. And I want you to join me in saying our grateful affirmation. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in divine flow, and all that I share with life returns to me multiplied abundantly, and so it is. Thank you, SLCA.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mally Lapete. My pronouns are she and her, and I gladly serve on the creative arts team here at Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta. I've got some announcements ad nausea, so hang tight. For those of you that want to know more about our center or how to become a member, please connect with a member of our welcome team after service in the lobby or online. If this is your first time at SLCA, could you stand or raise your hand so we can acknowledge you? Oh, hi. Welcome. Thank you. A member of our team would like to give you a welcome card, so take a moment to fill out that card and return it with the additional card, all those cards, to a welcome ambassador in the lobby after service for a special gift and welcome you belong. We have so many great opportunities here to connect, grow, serve, and give, right? So for more information about today's announcements and the opportunities, scan the QR code found on your monitor. I'm going to tell you about some. SLCA practitioner Letitia Dickerson invites you to join her today at 5 o'clock for an empowering workshop on speaking your truth, finding your voice. Yes. We'll be meeting upstairs at room 217. Did you know that SLCA has a monthly game night? Yes. Members of our community have been connecting the last Friday of each month. Bring your favorite snack and join us for a wonderful night of fun and fellowship happening in the social hall this Friday, July 26th at 6 p.m. I will be present. That's how we hook you. Mally will be there. Have you checked our new thoughtheducation.com lately website? There are so many wonderful on-demand classes waiting there for you. This is also a wonderful way to share our teaching with friends. Are you a mystic, a lover of humanity, or someone that's ready to change the world? If your answer is yes to any of these questions, say yes to joining Reverend Dr. David Alexander during the 5 o'clock hour on July 30th for this ongoing workshop on conscious activism. This workshop will take place in room 217. We are looking forward to seeing you there. The hospitality team is excited to announce that beginning August 6th, the first Sunday of every month will be Potluck Sunday. We're looking forward to having the opportunity to try different dishes from our community. For ideas about what to bring, or for any questions, please see our hospitality lead, Sue Mormon, of our team after service. She's very sweet. She'll help you. There are so many ways to volunteer at SLCA, and a member of our welcome team will be waiting in the lobby to share more after the service. Take a moment to speak with them to find the perfect opportunity for you to serve. SLCA is thrilled to host the 2023 CSL Member Council Virtual Gathering, Friday evening, September 29th. We'll stream live from right here in our beautiful sanctuary. Register now and receive the early bird discount by scanning the QR code on the screen to attend the entire conference or to reserve your space in the sanctuary for the Friday evening event. Will all practitioners that are available for prayer this afternoon make yourself known in person right now and in the online chat to be recognized. Hello and welcome. Thank you. Thank you. We welcome each of you in need of prayer to remain in the room or to reach out to a practitioner online for one-on-one with a licensed practitioner. In-person practitioners will be sitting in the chairs in the back of the sanctuary following service today for you. Thanks for joining us today. We look forward to visiting with you after service in the social hall down the street. Well, down here. Just follow the crowd, follow the smell. We've prepared some beautiful food for you. And remember, you belong.
Yes, you do. Let's close with a beautiful song. We envision a world that works for everyone and for all of creation. We see all people, all beings as expressions of God. We see a world that works for everyone. We envision a world that works for everyone and for all of creation. We see all people, all beings as expressions of God. We see a world that works for everyone. We see a world that works for everyone. We see a world that works for everyone. Have a great weekend, everybody.